Today I'm going to be swatching the Schmincke's Supergranulation series Glacier Set, and here are the colors that it offers. There's a Glacier Green, there's a Glacier Turquoise, there's a Glacier Blue, a Glacier Brown, and a Glacier Black. So the first color in the Glacier series of the Schmincke's Supergranulation set is the Glacier Green, and it has two pigments, PR233, the potash pink, and PG50, which is the cobalt green. Let's see how it looks on paper. Mass tone. Dip in water. And let's check out undertone here. As expected, it almost looks like a blue on its own. I mean, it's tilted towards the blue, which is kind of expected. Although, honestly, I had expected it to be a little bit more green, but unless we put down the turquoise and the blue, we would not know how green or how blue this is going to be. The next one is the Glacier Turquoise, and I love anything that is turquoise. You can say that's the color that excites me and I gravitate towards, so I'm looking forward to this one. And the pigments are PG50, cobalt green, and PV16, I think it is manganese violet. So the violet and green. Mass tone, very blue. Dip in water. And now let's check out the undertone. Obviously, it is bluer than the green, and now the green looks more green. And I have known this and realized this for a long time, that our perception of colors is relative. I mean, many of you watching know that, you know, our perception of color is always relative. Same color, when put against another color, can be perceived as a different color, a remarkably different color. So I'm just holding my comments until I'm done with all the swatches, and then let's go to the next one. Next one is the Glacier Blue, and I just put it on the palette, and I'm gonna give you a peek here. It looks more blue, of course, as expected. And here's the mass tone. Dip in water. Very intense. And the undertone. So now when I compare The green looks like a very dusty, dull green, and turquoise looks more turquoise. It's brighter. And the blue is almost like it has a red undertone to it. And I'm wondering, I'm sorry, the pigments for the Glacier Blue are PB29, which is ultramarine blue, and PG50, which is the cobalt green. So it has a red tone to it. And I'm wondering where the red tone is coming from. The ultramarine blue is a very naturally a reddish blue, in my opinion. So I believe that's dominating, and that's why the Glacier Blue is a blue that's almost on the spectrum of going towards the red. So the next color is the Glacier Brown. And I'll be very honest, I'm looking forward to the brown and the black here. So here's the Glacier Brown. The pigments are PBR6, Mars Brown, and PG26, which is, I don't know the name, look it up and let you know. It's definitely not the cobalt green. That's Mars tone. Now for the undertone. So the pigments are PBR6, which is the Mars Brown, and PG26, which is cobalt green deep. So it is a cobalt green, just a deeper version. So and the last color in the series is the Glacier Black, and the pigments here are PBK11 and PB35. PBK11 is the Mars, PBK11 is the Mars Black, and PB35 is cerulean blue. So it's a black and a blue. Let's take a look at the Mars tone. Very deep and intense. I mean, that's expected if you're using PBK11, which is Mars Black. Mars Black is an intense black. And so is Mars Brown, I believe. And now for the undertone. So I just realized that I missed the camera focus for the Glacier Blue, so I'm just going to swatch it one more time. So here's Glacier Blue one more time. I just realized this is not quite the Mars tone. So let me do this. Let me get it out right from the tube. Glacier Blue. Pretty blue so far. And here's the undertone. Apologies on the yellow tinge here. That's from my water bucket. You know, the corner of the water bucket is all contaminated with other colors. So here's the Supergranulation Glacier set from Schmincke, and here's the layout of the colors, and I absolutely love these colors. I love the Supergranulation colors. Granulation, I think, is a great character that I actually seek in my paintings. So there are others who would not, but I do. So, and that's the reason why I'm swatching these series. I love this green and the turquoise. I mean, when they have like all dried out, the turquoise looks so beautiful. And you know what? When you think about the glaciers, I mean, the turquoise is something that just sticks out. And if they can get the turquoise right, I think the whole point of the glacier would not, the glacier landscape would not make sense. But I think they pretty much nailed it. And the turquoise against the blue is a great combination. I wasn't sure about the blue when I was swatching it, but then now when I look at the turquoise and the blue, I feel they come together to give you that quintessential glacier landscape. Green, I'm not so sure, but I guess there will be portions of greens that you would try to bring in, maybe the shade part of the glacier landscape. And the brown, I love the brown. And you may have, if you see all the swatching of the granulation series, I mean, I have a weakness for the brown and the black, but this brown is so intense, and I like the blue with the green undertone in it. I like how the green just peeked out when I had this in the dilute consistency. Black, I'm not sure. I do not know whether the cerulean is doing anything there. The black is the only thing that I would say it missed the mark for me, right? I was excited thinking that this is going to be a very deep black because it's a Mars black, and then there is going to be like some kind of cerulean bluish shade that's just going to come out or just reveal itself. But that didn't quite happen. But other than that, the green as well. I mean, if I compare the black and the green is definitely winning. The black, I think, was a laggard in this series. But I really love this glacier set. And, I do florals. I don't think I do too many landscapes. So I would be using this for the florals. But these are the colors I would definitely pick or reach out to, especially the turquoise. I mean, I think it lends itself very well to some of the flowers. And so does the brown. So many other artists have talked about the overlap between these supergranulation colors, and overlap again is a subjective term. For some it would seem like a lot of repetition, and for others it'll seem like, oh, there is none at all. It all depends on the kind of projects and the kind of art that you do. And do you have to have all of them? Of course not. You can always pick and choose, and that's the reason for swatching. So I hope, so overall, I feel this is a beautiful set, and this is worthy of owning it. I really love all the colors. Maybe black is something that I would trade off for something, but if I have to buy them individually, maybe I'll just I won't get the black, but otherwise I like all the other 4 colors in the Glacier series.